Mic test, 1, 2, 3.
Right, so our topic of today, embarrassing situations. We've all had them. One time in high school, I pronounced the word adjacent as adjacent in a conversation, and I died when people were like, "Do you mean adjacent?" And I was like,
That is so embarrassing.
Honestly, I feel like we all experience a lot of embarrassing moments and we think that people are judging us. This fear could be explained through the social phenomenon called spotlight effect. So what exactly is the spotlight effect and why does it happen?
the spotlight effect is the tendency for people to overestimate how much attention and judgment others give to their behaviors and appearances. People often believe that they are being watched and scrutinized closely, and this can lead to anxiety, self-conscious emotions like embarrassment, and diminished self-confidence. The spotlight effect can be explained by the concept of egocentrism, which was first introduced by Jean Piaget. Now, egocentrism is the belief that people tend to focus on their own perspectives and find it difficult to account for the unique perspectives of others. As such, an individual may believe that others are noticing them so much because they themselves are so preoccupied with their own behavior or appearance, unknowingly putting the spotlight on themselves. Basically, egocentrism is the belief that what I see is what you see. So if my perception is that I've just humiliated myself by mispronouncing the word adjacent, then that is your perception too when you're judging me.
The spotlight effect has many reasons for it. For example, when you're presenting in class, you're so preoccupied with your own actions that you believe that everyone around you is analyzing your every move.
Okay, deep breath. It's just a quick 5-minute long presentation. Oh no, I stuttered. Everyone can tell that I'm nervous. Oh no, am I not making sense? Why does she look confused?
When in reality, people don't really care what you're doing, are focusing on themselves, or don't even notice what is happening.
There were so many food stalls just now. I hope class ends early. I'm really hungry.
Okay, so this is the third speaker. There are 7 more to go. Maybe I should volunteer to present next.
I hope it looks like I'm paying attention. Can't believe I suck at virtual tennis too.
Exactly. So people can't actually make harsh judgments if they don't even notice it in the first place.
Another thing is, we tend to forget that people are actually quite empathetic. For example, imagine that your teacher asks you to answer a question in class that you just don't know the answer to.
Maybe easy? Can you answer these questions?
Students tend to relate and empathize with you and feel bad for you rather than judge you harshly for it.
Ayo, I hope she doesn't feel too embarrassed.
Oh, I've been there before.
Yeah, and if people do judge you, it's probably way lesser than you imagine. Say for example, you're in a gym and you drop weights and it produces like a really loud sound. You would think that everyone is judging you and thinking that you're so clumsy.
Should I lower the weight on this machine? Oh my gosh, my legs just gave out. She must be judging me.
My god, she scared the crap out of me. Is she okay?
But in reality, people make dispositional judgments and it's probably way less harsh than you expect.
A famous study by Gilovich and colleagues demonstrated the spotlight effect and popularized the phenomenon. In the study, students had to wear a t-shirt with Barry Manilow's face plastered across it and rate how many people noticed the embarrassing shirt when they walked into a discussion room. Results revealed that participants' estimates were around double than the actual number of people noticed. This shows that as individuals stopped focusing too much on themselves, the less likely they were to believe that others were heavily focused on them too.
Although effects like worry, self-doubt, and awkwardness caused by the spotlight effect may seem relatively mild, serious debilitating problems may also form, like shyness, social anxiety, and paranoia. Understanding the basis of this social phenomenon may help individuals escape the clutches of the spotlight effect. As individuals stop obsessing over themselves, the less they feel judged by others. This form of habituation can be valuable in reducing negative feelings associated with placing spotlight on oneself.
Another thing that can help is by just being aware of our tendency to overestimate and dramatize the judgments of others. In this way, we can adjust our thoughts accordingly.
It is important to account for empathy in others. We often face similar social blunders and people may sometimes be more understanding and empathetic than we think.
The spotlight effect makes us think others notice and judge our every move. But in reality, they're likely to be more focused on themselves. Just remember that most people aren't paying attention, and those who do often empathize, or maybe judge you a little, but definitely not as badly as you think.